Hello folks, welcome back 104's Unplugged channel. So yeah, I am actually out again with Camp Berlingo. It's September the 10th 2024. I'm not in mid Wales this time, I'm actually in South Wales, right in the middle of the Brecon Beacons in a place called Eco Camping South Wales. Completely off grid, no signal, no nothing, but this place is absolutely perfectly positioned for me to hit a trail that I've done quite a few times over the years. But the very last time I did this trail, a few years ago, I really did struggle. Now, I've been out now for about a year, walking the hills of Mid Wales, walking the hills of the Jurassic Coast down in Dorset, and let me see how well I do compared with a couple of years back when I struggled like you wouldn't believe. Now, before, I used to carry a big pack weight up there because I was doing radio stuff. I can't do that now because of my back, but it's taken anything up to 5.5 hours each way to get to the summit that I'm going to, hopefully tomorrow. But I'm hoping to get up there 3.5 hours and about 3.5 hours back. So yeah, see how it goes. The actual summit is called Fan Brycheiniog, and it's 2,631 feet. This is not the easiest route to get to it by any shape or form. It's quite a route, to be honest, but it's a good testing route, and the scenery is absolutely fantastic. This one and over in the Black Mountains, more towards Abergavenny, my two favourite areas of the Brecon Beacons by far. This one, the views are absolutely amazing, and it is one hell of a trek. So join me. Let's see how we get on. Now, what I'll do now, I'll show you a few changes around the vehicle. I'll just tell you a little bit about the site, and then I'm going to get some grub on for the evening, kick back and prepare for tomorrow. Okay, like I say, I'm at a place called Eco Camp in Wales, and it's very much a wild camping experience, as it's made absolutely clear on the internet listings. This site, no signal. Well, I can see a sort of cell tower there, but it's certainly not on O2 or 3, the two networks I have at my disposal. But there we are. Perhaps it's not operational, but as you can see, there's a peak. That's one of the peaks. That's more like a foothill of where I'm going, and I'll be up through that trail tomorrow. Now, the weather when I got here was absolutely atrocious, so the poor lady had to show me where to pitch. Now, the grass areas are very waterlogged. It's been an absolute mini monsoon season this last few days, and yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of surface water, and the grass areas are waterlogged. But she kindly showed me to a little bit of a hard stand in there, and that's all I need. I'm going fairly minimal this time. I've not brought the gazebo. I don't think the gazebos are permitted on that type of pitch that I've booked. Just a solo basic pitch. There's no, I don't think there's any electric hookups or anything like that. You are pretty much wild camping, and that's absolutely fair enough. Now, I don't really use the facilities on the sites anyway, so that is pretty much immaterial to me anyway. But they do have fire pits and all that type of thing, so I'm sure it's jolly nice. And they do have a little shower up by the farmhouse up there, and they've got I think 1 or 2 composting toilets around the site. I'll just walk you up there in a moment and have a look. In fact, let's do it now. So I have to watch it, mind. All I got is these little sandy things on, and they're hopeless in on wet grass and in mud. So hopefully I won't go flying. Apologies for wind noise. It's blowing up a little bit windy. So don't forget, I've got the Thetford toilet, so I'm completely self-contained in the vehicle, so I don't have to come up to these toilets if I don't want to. The sun is out now. Honestly, when I got here, it absolutely lashed down. Anyway, go across that stream, and there's a little composting toilet up there. Might check it out later on. We'll see. But there we go. There's absolutely no signal, as I say, at least on the two networks I've got at my disposal. There's no site Wi-Fi, anything like that. But makes no odds to me. Right, let's get back to the vehicle, and I'll show you a couple of changes I've made to the setup and all the rest of it. Ooh, don't fall over. Don't fall over. It's almost worth getting the solar panel out. Honestly, the weather now is so much different than it was. But temperatures are way down this week, which is fine by me because I don't like walking in heat. And I think probably from the top up there, down in the sort of valley next to it, I reckon we could be down to single figures, sort of 9, maybe 10 degrees C. Anyway, here we are, Camp Berlingo. Not much has changed really. Fiddle about with the power, but the main thing, I've changed the 12-volt cooler out. The big one that was there before. I've got that smaller console type one there now. And 2 cup holders, which is great. Main reason, it's a lot less claustrophobic. Really, what I was keeping in that 12-volt cooler is quite happy to go in a normal cool box. It didn't really have to be chilled. So it's a lot more spacious now in the front. And also that little chiller cooler, it does get a lot colder, a lot quicker than the other one did. It's got no eco mode on it, unfortunately. It's consuming about 47, 48 watts, which is quite a lot, but it does bring the temperature down very quickly. So if you want to get your beers cold, whatever, you can get them chilled pretty quickly and then disconnect from the power supply, which is what I intend to do, is cut the beers in there for later on. And I can also keep things in there, meat and all the rest of it, should I want to. It's quite small, but it should be big enough for me, especially as we head into the autumn and winter months. So that's the main change. Now, I'll try and show you inside. It's bigger than it looks. There's a couple of bottles of beer at the bottom there. You can't even see them. Anyway, I won't leave it open too long because I'll spoil the good work the last couple of hours of cooling. But yeah, that's that. So there's no signal here at all, so it's not worth setting up my IT kit like I usually do. So I've got out my little analog radio. Hopefully I can pick up something on medium wave or something in this valley. And I can also Bluetooth into that. It looks retro, but it's actually a modern radio. It's a cheap thing, but I can actually Bluetooth into it. And on my phone and on my tablet, I've got some songs stored locally, a couple of albums stored locally. So hopefully I won't be short of entertainment. And in addition, I do have a bag of bits and pieces there, which I'll show you when I go around the other side. Basically a DVD player and some DVDs, so I can't go wrong. I won't be bored. Anyway, over there I've got my Hopwin power station now, which before, if you remember on my last video, was down there, and that did very well on the solar. It was showing 45 watts input from the solar panel, and it transpires that's as much as that power bank can take. So I won't be surprised if that 100-watt panel was producing more than that, but that's as much input as that thing can take. The only thing I don't like about a little Hopwin, 2 things actually, is the 2 30-volt socket. The arrangement of that and the quality of it is absolutely hopeless. And second thing, it's a lithium polymer type battery, which is less safe and more volatile. So I was a little bit worried with it being in high temperatures last time. And indeed, I did switch it off and unplug the solar panel when it got really hot, and I left the vehicle unattended. Whereas the ones I got down there, got Bluetti down there at the moment, and my All Powers R600. They are both LFP, LiFePO4 type batteries that are much more stable. They're heavier, more expensive than these, but they will take more charge cycles before they fail. And yeah, but they are more heavy. As you can see, that little hot wind is considerably smaller than those two. So I've got the Bluetti down there, and that's controllable by Bluetooth, which is quite useful. Now I'll probably just run my DVD off of that when it runs out of battery, and I can actually switch that on and off with Bluetooth. Normally that would run, the intention is that will run my IT kit, like my tablet and router and stuff, but say you've got no signal, so it hasn't got that job to do this time. Anyway, I'll go around the other side. There's the All Powers R600. Now I used that last winter in the vehicle and it was absolutely hopeless. It is a fair weather device as far as my experience is concerned, and it dropped down to maybe 10 degrees C inside the vehicle, and that thing would just shut off at about 36% charge without any sort of warning. So I tried that at home in sort of 20-22 degrees C, and it operated completely within the sort of design parameters. But we'll see how we get on with it as we head into autumn. I'll give it another go. So that's currently running my fridge there in the middle, 12-volt cooler in the middle, and on 78%. Accidentally switched off the DC. And we've got 49 watts, 48 watts going out to that cooler. Now I've got it plugged into my little solar panel on the roof, but that's producing nothing at the moment because it's actually getting dark at the moment. But if it's sunny tomorrow, I might deploy the solar panel and see if we can get some charge back into that. That same panel, I've got the right adapter, so I can interface the hot wind solar panel with both of those devices. Anyway, the only other thing to show you is my little DVD setup. Oops, let's have a look. All it is I've got a little 7-inch screen DVD player in there, and a couple of box sets of, it's actually Life on Mars. I'm halfway through that one, 99p for the whole first series, and 99p for the whole second series. And I think that's Charles Bronson in Death Wish movies there. It's always nice to see some bad people getting blown away, isn't it? Anyway, that is the setup. Now, this time I've not bought much in the way for extravagant eating, so to speak. Just some pre-prepped meals. There's no microwave on site, anything like that. Just some pre-prepped meals. And tonight I'm going to have sweet and sour pork that we made up last night. And tomorrow night I've got an absolutely lovely lamb madras curry. So I'm going to get some grub on because it's actually quite chilly. And get some grub on now, and we'll take it from there. So just got to boil some rice and heat up that sweet and sour pork. Anyway, catch you in a bit. Right, get a bit of an idea of the train that's ahead of me tomorrow. Looking forward to it, actually. Anyway, I'll come up to the little composting toilet. So I'll have a quick look inside in there. There's nobody in there. Nope. So, there we are. Please everyone sit down to do your business. Small handful of sawdust in back only. Sanitizer toilet roll, it's all clean. There's a little light in here. Yep. There we go. That's alright, got no problem with that. Look at that, eh? I think that's quite cosy. Right, so I got my Thetford, so I don't know if I use this or not. But anyway, I thought I'd show you it. And let's head back now and get some grub on. Right, so grub's on the go. Boiling the bag rice there. That's coming to a boil, so I'll just pop that in there for about 10 or 12 minutes. I better get on with it by the look of it. And yeah, I've got the pre-prepared sweet and sour pork there, which should be delicious. And wasn't shop bought, it was, well, the shop bought sauce, but the actual pork and everything, we did that in the house, so that'd be nice. Fantastic outside, i.e. there's nobody here. I love this time of year, it's absolutely fantastic. So I've cracked up my little box of cooking bits and pieces, so when the weather gets really bad I can be completely self-contained without even going out of the vehicle. And on top of that I've got iPhone charging up on the hot wind there. I did try and tune in some stations on that radio, nothing doing, AM, FM, and there's even shortwave on that, nothing doing at all. So everything is local, my entertainment is local tonight. So luckily I've got those songs stored on the tablet. None of this cloud malarkey, none of that stuff will work here, so I can play those back through Bluetooth through that there. And also of course I've got my DVD, so I'll be as happy as a pig in shite, as they say. Right, let's get on with this grub. There we go, all done. In the vehicle, rained quite heavily just now, but there we are, piping hot pork, sweet and sour pork on a bed of rice. Conditions have taken a terrible turn for the worse. Hunker down here a minute. Hailstones, high winds, terrible.